Hey you guys, what's going on? This is your boy Mike Jones. Today I want to talk to you about something a little bit different. I'm used to hearing about the health facts and everything like that. Today I want to talk about some real life stuff. I want to talk about how I quit my job and have never been happier in my life. It's been 8 years now since I worked in the whole corporate environment. I've basically been on my own, totally independent, and have found great success in health and wellness. Doing massage, rehabilitation work with people, life and health coaching. I've been very successful. And I've helped a lot of people. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about my own journey with this. I recently wrote an article about breaking free, kind of realizing your potential. Because, a lot, we don't know our potential. We don't know what we are capable of. Because I think a lot of times we're very scared, and that is just a natural emotion to be scared. I get it, There's times where being scared is good when there's danger involved. You want to be scared so you know what to do. But you should not be scared of taking chances in your life. You should not be scared to actually do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. You should not be scared. I think as people, we have seen our parents, and our parents and aunties and uncles, they typically have worked in jobs that they hate. They do it, to take care of us, because at that time, that was their only option. This is a brand new day that we live in, and I just would hate to see someone be miserable and just be depressed every day going into work because they know they're not living to their full potential. I lived that life. I did the whole clocking in, clocking out, all that. I had a really great, comfortable corporate job, great benefits. Every 2 weeks I got paid vacations. Every 6 months I got a bonus. It was just bam, why would I want to leave this? Why I wanted to leave this? I was so damn miserable. From the time I woke up, I would dread the clock, the alarm going off. I would just be like, oh my God. That means I have to get ready to go to that place of insanity. I have to sit in that traffic for hours and just sit there and just having to contemplate what I have to do. And it was just the most awful feeling that I had every single day. And I knew this was not living. Because when the position I was in, I worked directly with my boss, and I saw how he was. He wasn't happy. And I saw my boss's boss, they weren't happy. And then I see the top people, they weren't happy. And I was like, is anyone happy here? Hello, is it just me? You're kind of looking around do you not see this? I thought I was in the invasion of the body snatchers, kind of I'm the only one seeing this, and I just was so miserable. I was so miserable. But out of that situation being so miserable, I learned about healing and health and wellness. So I let it, it motivate me. At the time, I was really into just reading about all these different healing modalities: acupuncture, chiropractic, massage, physiotherapy, eating this food, stress management, you name it. That's what I did from the time I woke up to when I went to sleep. That's what I did. And I loved it. I had such a passion and a knack. And I just knew, this is what I am supposed to be doing in life without a doubt. I knew it. So, I remember one day I was at work, all my coworkers loved that I was in massage school, so I got to practice all them. So they were sitting there, they would get their impromptu neck and shoulder massages and stuff. And I remember getting this one massage, and my coworker turned around and was like, you really love this. I haven't seen you so happy in my life. I was like, you mean your life? I've only known you for 3 years. But she's like, you are so happy. And I'm just so happy that you found this. And she's like, you can just see it. And when you start talking about it, your eyes light up, everything just becomes so different with you. And I was just like, okay. I get it. Thank you. I appreciate you. Making sure this is what I want to do. Everyone sees I'm happy doing it, so obviously I'm doing the right thing, right? And I really kept that with me. I still keep that with me till this day. And I just remembering like, okay, I know I want to do this full time. There's nothing else that I want to do. So what's holding me back? And what was holding me back was the fear. I did not believe in myself. And isn't that terrible? Why wouldn't you believe in yourself? And again, I had to work on that. I had to, cultivate my confidence and really come into my own so I can be there, if anybody tells me you're crazy for leaving, this is and that, I can just still stand there like a stone wall and just be like, yeah, thank you for, telling me that. That's what you think, but this is what I know, and I know I can do it. And that's basically how I had to be. So I knew, again, I had to go forward with my life. I needed to go forward to start living my life, because what I was doing, that was not living. I don't know what that was, and I don't want to go back to that. So I had this letter of resignation. I had that letter in my desk for months. Like, I always kept it, and I would just look at it and be like, one day I'm going to get up and I'm going to give you to my boss, and I'm going to walk out that door. That's what I'm going to do. And then finally one day I got the courage, and I did. Took the letter, knocked on his door, and was like, hey, have a second, let me talk to you. So I sat down, handed him the letter of resignation, and you know what he did? He looked at it and he smiled. I was like, oh shit, what does that mean? And he said, you know what? I know I have about 3 people that would tell me right now, you need to keep Mike here, because he's going to do this and he's going to do this job well. No one else can do this. But he said, I see the passion for this and what you want to do. And I said, yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I want to do but do this kind of work. And he looked at me and he said, I wish I had, his words, the balls that you had to really follow your dreams. He was like, there's so many things I wanted to do in my life, and now that I'm here, I'm just really regretting that. Why did I not do that? Why did I not take that chance in my life? And he said, now I feel like it's biting me in the ass. And I didn't want to have that. I don't like regrets. I don't like any of that, and I did not want to carry that with me for the rest of my life. And that's how I knew I was doing the right thing. So I remember going out of his office. It felt like this weight just said, you're free. You're not being stifled, you're not being smothered anymore. You can actually start living. You can do the work you want to do. You can help people. This is what you can do, Mike. Do it. And I was just like, man, this is the best feeling. I remember at the end of that day, I got a call. And I was checking the messages, and it was for a chair massage event. And I was like, oh, how fitting. And it was like, hey, we're having this 5-day chair massage event. We would like to know if you would like to be a part of it. And I'm like, sure. When does this start, And it literally started the day after my 2 weeks ended. So it was a Tuesday, was like my last day. That chair massage event started on a Wednesday. And that's how I knew without a doubt I was doing the right thing. That the universe was just waiting for me to make some kind of move so it can bless me, so it can give me these opportunities. It was just waiting on me. It's like, I'm waiting on you to not be scared. And that's what I did. I wasn't scared. I trusted in myself. I walked out that door 8 years ago and have not looked back. Have I been back in the office? Yes, to do chair massage or do like a lecture on stress management. That's about it. I was there for my few hours and I was out. Because again, I felt how miserable people were. They were not happy. And again, I don't want that for myself. And I don't want that for you. And I just know those are certain things in my life that I had to go through so I could be able to educate people on how they can do it, how they don't have to make the same mistakes that I did or have to wait as long as I did. Because again, you have to go through it before you can, educate people on it. But again, it's been 8 years, I haven't had a doubt in my mind. It's not even a day that I thought, I gotta go back to corporate. I can't do this on my own. I can't. It hasn't been one day. And I've been very successful at what I've done. I'm able to help so many people. I swear, doing the work that I do, I've helped so many people, get out of pain, lose weight, and realize their potential. It's just that easy. So again, I've been rattling on forever because, as you see, I love to talk. But if there's any time, you want to have a conversation with me, email me, MikeJones@MikeJonesToday.com. I would love to talk to you and educate you on how you can actually start living. You can live the life that you always wanted to live, because you can. I can help educate you on how not to be afraid anymore. That fear is just something else. That fear holds us back and does not let us realize our potential because we're scared. We're scared to move forward. It's like you're doing this with yourself. It's like you need somebody to give you that push. Like, go! Do it! And again, that's what I'm here for. So please feel free to contact me. I got links everywhere. I got a link down there. There's one up there, subscribe button. They're all over, so there's no excuse that you couldn't get in contact with me. So again, this is your boy Mike Jones, just really educating and helping people to live a better lifestyle. Okay? So till next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I have a wealth of information on this subject, which I'll be sharing with you guys more and more. And again, this is what I'm here for. All right, everyone. I want you to be well, and you have a wonderful day.